Snaps for Valentine's Day? Question mark.
Snaps for Valentine's Day.
What does it mean to snap for something? Just to clap?
I think so. I think when people like, honestly, when people are like, when they see something they really like and they start snapping, like, I don't really know why, but I think it's cool.
Okay, I feel like it's like a
well, in poetry, the snapping is like I feel you, I hear you. Like when someone says something that you really relate to, you snap.
Or like because it's quieter than a clap.
I don't know. I think it's just always when I went to a poetry show, that's what happened. I never actually looked into that. That's
Interesting.
Well, welcome to Wine and Divination.
Welcome to Wine and Divination.
We're your hosts. I'm Christy.
I'm Devin.
And do you want to intro our guest?
Yeah, you might have already heard her. She was just talking. We have CEO, executive chef, head pastry chef, head everything, owner, founder,
cookery.
Everything, pastry extraordinaire, chef extraordinaire, Chris Pavone.
Welcome.
With us. Woo!
Oh, snaps for Chris.
Snaps for Chris.
As we've learned.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really prepare an intro, but
that was good.
That's how you are. That's how I see you, is like everything extraordinaire, and you have your own business, and you've been running your own business, and you provide pastries to the shop that I work at on the weekends.
Yeah.
Which is just one of the many things that she does. So
I appreciate
snaps for Chris.
The
multi-talented. Yeah. Chris is Superette. That's what it's called. So look it up on Instagram. Chris is Superette, and you'll find her Wednesdays and Fridays at Virtue Coffee in downtown LA making sandos, BLTs, everything you can think of. They're super good, and they have this like dirty American cheese on them, and they're really good.
Yes,
so yummy.
raunchy American cheese.
Yes.
Ooh, raunchy cheese.
Yes.
I love the sound of that.
Yeah.
So she is our guest today, and I love this because we usually don't branch out. Like, we have a lot of like filmy connections and stuff, so we usually don't have...
This is our first like chef, cook, baker.
Everything,
Yeah.
You're our first. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And she's here to get her cards read.
Yes, which I've never done before ever.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's really...
Tell us about a little bit about yourself. We kind of know what you do.
Yes.
But it's like, who are you? And then do you have experience with tarot? And then we'll pick a wine maybe after you do that.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been a chef my entire life, born and raised in New York. Very, very new to LA, maybe a year and a half or
really?
It doesn't
Wow.
feel like that to me. I feel like you've just been here the whole time that I've been here.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way we
spend a lot
met
of
was
time
so
together.
organic, and then now we spend every week together, just working alongside of each other and get to like,
Shoot the
spend
shit.
quality time and shoot the shit. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, just a year and a half, or like a little bit over that, and then
That's crazy.
Well, no, yeah. Oh my God, March is 2 years.
So then when I met you, you were like very, very new.
Very, very new. I was very new to that apartment when you met me too.
Oh, cool.
And obviously very new to James. People thought I knew James because he's also from New York. Funny how people do that all the time. But
James is coffee boss.
Yeah.
You just know all these like new East Coast people who have transplanted.
I love it. I really love it because I'm also a transplant.
Yeah, I was like, you guys gravitated towards each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's true. Like, we do have like similar worldviews and like attitudes about things. Like,
Same humor, you know.
exactly. Some dryness, maybe some realness.
Yeah, there's
realness.
like we talk about a lot of real shit every day.
We do.
Sounds very East Coast.
Yes.
Because West Coast is like, whoa.
What up?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of, this is a I'm going to cut this part out because it's not appropriate. But
say it anyway.
Speaking of what we were talking about on the way over here, like maybe that's the disconnect, East Coast versus West Coast, between some people.
Right. Because she
is from here.
Yeah.
We were talking about someone.
Very true.
And we're like, why was she like this?
Oh, yeah.
And
well, I
maybe
feel
it's
like
because she's from here.
I feel like the whole standard of living, not in terms of like finances or like the type of living that happens. I just feel like it's like people from the East Coast, I think, are very hardy. They fight for themselves, etc.
Very
but then,
blunt,
yeah,
passionate.
And then like on the West Coast, it's like everyone is like gorgeous for some reason, and then they're like working like 5 jobs because they're trying to be an actor.
But they're already rich somehow.
Yeah, like Nepo babies everywhere.
Right.
And then like also everyone is so, it's weird because on the East Coast, I feel everyone is like isolated but together. But then on the West Coast, it's like everyone is very isolated, but like, you know, we're all in our own cars as one person driving like together. It's really weird. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing about New York is like the accessibility to everything. You walk outside your apartment and you have everything you need within
and that's
a
kind
mile
of, what
of
we
your
get
home.
Downtown, we get that kind of vibe.
Yes,
a little
and
bit,
that's why I
for
moved
sure.
there because I was struggling to, you know, transition from New York to LA. And I kind of just knew California was it for me. I just didn't know where, so I figured I'd start here. And I had to move downtown in order to like step outside of my house and not have to drive everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was just so accustomed to that in Brooklyn. But yeah, I was born and raised in Brooklyn and recently moved here. But I've been a chef my whole life, and I started Pavone Pastries, which is my wholesale pastry operation, 6 years ago. So I've just been
snaps for
I always kind of knew what I was passionate about and just went with it, even when I wasn't making money with it, you know, working for somebody else, getting paid dirt money, and like I still loved it. So it was something that I figured out how to monetize and like, you know.
And that's how I met Chris. On the weekends, I spend a lot of time at Virtue Coffee, and she provides the pastries at Virtue. And so that's how we met. And now she does pop-ups there every so often, you know, Wednesdays and Fridays. So she's there actually making like hot sandwiches and hot food and stuff like that.
Cool.
So we spend even more time together now, and it's like we're coworkers,
Just
we're
like
friends.
you're like living
Yeah.
at this coffee shop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically. Literally.
Yeah,
my
we
second
live
life.
like within a community of so
we-
many different apartment buildings that
Our
are mainly
neighbors.
affiliated with each other.
Yeah.
And so we just have this huge community that comes together. But I wanted to take the Chris brand and really sort of bring New York to LA in that way of like, you know, New York inspired deli sandwiches.
Yeah.
With like Sicilian flair. And so that was, I had that idea one day, and like 2 days later I started the pop-up, and you know, James is so receptive to that because he's also a New Yorker. So he thanks me a lot about it, you know, and that's like
It's nice coming from him.
Coming from him.
Aw.
Yeah. He's not very
He's not warm and fuzzy.
The New
Right,
Yorker
yeah.
love.
yeah.
The tough
He's not a
love.
warm and fuzzy New Yorker.
No.
So, but yeah. But I've never had my tarot read, and I'm so excited about that because, you know.
I know.
Another first timer.
Before we get into the tarot part of the pod, what are we drinking?
Okay, yeah. Let's
These are 2 reds, right?
Yes. So, okay, I heard you don't like California wines, but I'm sorry, I have a California wine. My presentation is Hook or Crook Cellars. It's a field blend, red, from Lodi, California, and it has a sticker that says Wine Enthusiast, 91 points, Best Buy.
Oh, shit.
So this is like
Wow.
Costco wine, but I was like, oh, it's got the 91 points, like, and it's called a Hook or Crook. So I was like, this is amazing. So that's my presentation.
I have another spooky presentation. It's
It's
called
2019. Sorry.
It's called Phantom.
Oh.
And it's from Bogle Vineyards. Actually.
Oh, we know Bogle's
We
good.
know Bogle. Yeah.
Where is that?
I think it's also in California.
Oh,
Do we have
sorry.
any?
No, I know.
California?
I
I don't
saw
think
that earlier I saw that it was a California, but
fuck.
I was
I think it's
wondering like
north-
how far.
I think
Oh.
it's Northern California.
Okay.
But I actually don't. It doesn't say what. I guess it's also a blend. I don't know what type of red it is, but
If it's a blend, then it's like, you know, every like a mutt.
it says
Let's show the camera.
yeah. Oh yeah. We have a camera here too.
Yes. Fancy.
we
Ooh, I
are.
like the bottle, like the packaging. It looks cool. It looks spooky.
So-
And then hook or crook.
We are sorry they are not your first choice of area of wine.
Oh, that's
but
fine. That's fine.
It's up to
I
you.
do
What do
love
you
red
like?
though.
Okay.
Then if you don't like California or just anything but
Well,
California.
it's not even.
I also
I
have
mean,
a
I think they
rosé.
taste great, but often they give me a headache. And Haley has the same issue. Haley's my girlfriend, but she
weird.
has the same issue, and so she tries to stay away from that and go for like French or anything other.
Oh,
than-
maybe it's like old world, new world.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that's kind of the thing, because I think for like in France, like they've been making wines there for like such a long time that the soil is so old. And then there's like, you know, New World is I think like maybe South America, Australia, and California.
Yeah,
because it's like they didn't just start, but you know they haven't been doing it as long. So maybe that's it. I don't know.
could be it. Yeah,
We have a great French winery we can recommend to you guys. It's called Pif Papa.
Yeah.
And
Nose of Dad's nose.
Dad's
basically.
nose. And we know the family that makes that wine. And
Check out the
love that.
episode. I'm gonna link it. If you're on YouTube, it'll be like one of these corners, and then if you're a listener, I'll link it in the description.
yeah, we had an episode where we had Leo Sphere
Yes.
on, and he brought us a Pif de Papa. It was lovely.
I'm
I
gonna.
love that.
I'll
I'll say let's go with this one since it was more descriptive on the bottle of what it was.
Okay, let's go Hook
okay.
and Crook.
Hook or Crook. Okay, let me grab a wine opener.
And we have
You
our
know I
wine
love
glasses.
details.
I know. This one is very like lacking. So it says, okay, it's all about this elusive figure, the Phantom.
Like Phantom of the Opera.
And then it says, do you believe? And I'm like, believe in what? Just tell me what kind of wine this is.
Phantom of the Opera.
I don't know. Tell me. Oh, this is also a 2019.
Okay, yeah.
Phantom.
So again, 2019 Hook or Crook Cellars. It's a field blend from Lodi, California, and it's got a 91 points Best by Wine Enthusiast sticker. So of course,
must be good.
I was like, I had to get it. We have to try it.
We have a thing on the show where Christy loves Costco wines.
Yes, because also like if you guys don't know, all of our wines we have a budget of like under $20. So all these wines are like very affordable,
yeah.
cheap. And
You think we can afford a $50 wine every week? Psh. All you listeners,
absolutely not.
all you listeners donating us all the wine that you do not donate to us. We do have a Cash App that no one
amazing.
donates. But we did get a Pifa Papa wine that was given to us.
And we were gifted
Mezcal.
Yes, mezcal.
Yeah, so that was nice. Actually, the first iteration of this podcast, me and Christy have been trying to do this for many years, was instead of us providing the wine, which I think is more appropriate, the guest would, in exchange for a tarot reading, bring whatever the fuck they wanted, and we would just have to drink it.
We were like, we would refer to it as like an offering.
Yeah, an offering. But
Ooh, like something other than wine as well.
it could be anything.
Damn.
Yeah, but then that got a
And we
little
would, like,
like...
have
You
to
could get a
drink it
little.
or whatever.
Yeah, you get a little.
That was like too crazy. And then we were like, oh, if a certain card comes up, we would like have shots or something.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that would be too
Yeah.
crazy.
You'd get trashed on the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Go.
Thank you.
Glug, 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 glug. Obligatory glug.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably your number one fan for this show.
Oh,
I don't know, we
you
should-
gotta fight Devin's aunt.
Yeah, she's also a number one fan. She left a review on Apple Pods.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so I can listen on there too. Mm-hmm. I listen on Spotify.
Cool.
As I'm like basically doing like pastry deliveries. Is
Love
when
that for us.
Yeah.
And we got to shout out Kathy Vu as well. I know she's going to be listening. Kathy,
will.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Kathy.
Kathy's our other fan.
Kathy is an amazing person. She's just such
so
a light.
sweet. Yeah.
She's so supportive. She lives in my building as well, so she's within the community.
Oh, amazing.
And
Always
she's
at the
just
coffee
such a
shop.
supportive person. So sweet.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
I just finally, thank you, Kathy, again for lending me your blanket. She gave me a blanket for the stray dog that I found.
Oh,
Yeah.
my god.
And we
Of
see her
course
today,
she
and was she like delivering meals for the homeless as well?
She had
Aw,
put together
so
a bunch
nice.
of sandwiches and like
Yeah,
yes, I
so
forget
nice.
actually the company that she delivered it to, but
Also a surgeon on General Hospital. Shout out to that.
oh, actor. Love an actor. Well, cheers to Kathy.
Cheers to Kath.
cheers to Kathy.
Hope you're listening.
Okay, first sip.
Love ya. Oh,
Oh, I didn't expect that, but I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, and I didn't expect it
It's
either.
very tart though.
Tart and
Very
sweet.
yeah.
It's got a sweetness like after
it's like
the fact.
like a cherry sweet tart, but also kind of like dirt-ish.
I do
and
like,
not in a
I
bad
do like
way.
it. It's got a funk to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like it though.
I like it as well. Ooh, nice.
I feel like this is gonna
The flavor
change
is
when it
so
breathes.
bold.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
flavor is so bold. So
Yeah. Okay, nice.
It's like almost like a juice, but a little something more.
Extra kick. Cool.
Okay, let's get to the reading. So,
yeah.
what are we getting red? And don't go to the details just yet, because basically what we're going to do is you're going to tell us kind of what category. It could be like career, love, something like more specific, like a reading about me and my mom or something like that. And then we're going to present you with one tarot deck each, and you can go through each of them and pick one that we're going to use for your reading.
Okay.
And then we'll have you shuffle and tell us, go into detail, spill the tea.
Yeah, spill the tea about the tea.
I feel like my love life is great. I don't think I'm too curious about that.
Okay, check.
Yeah.
Very much in love, very happy. So, not that, I mean, I love my career and what I do. I have curiosities there, I think. But I'm torn. Now you said me and my mom passed away.
Oh, no, I'm sorry to hear.
Almost 3 years ago. So I don't know if I want to make it about that.
Yeah.
Because that's really intense, and maybe
we did have one another guest we can link to the episode, Ivy, and her reading was about her and her mom.
She's gonna be back to do an update soon, so stay tuned.
But it was hilarious. If you haven't listened to that episode, there was drama.
It's like one of our
mom.
top episodes. I think it was like we
Okay.
want to talk about mothers, and it's basically they're both in the entertainment industry, and like
Her mom moved to LA to become an actor.
yeah.
I may have listened to that
Yeah.
one.
she's
Okay.
like a
Yeah, I mean,
producer,
her mother
director
is
now.
very much alive, right?
Yeah,
So
yes,
hers was
yeah.
a drama.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna get the tea soon, but
Yeah. Maybe we'll just keep it career then.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
To keep it nice and light.
Just like a general career reading.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I started the Chris Superette and the Sicilian pop-up like a little over a year ago, and just a light bulb went off of like what I really wanted the brand to be very recently, and I've been getting approached for like catering jobs and all of that.
Oh,
and
amazing.
I'm stoked about that, and nothing has been booked I had 2 bookings and then like the really big
Well, look at the cards and then go into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah. So we have to. I'm actually.
So we're sticking to that. It's like
Yeah.
curiosity
Yes.
of like the catering world, and am I going to really
Yeah, you're like, is that for me?
is that for me? Is that something? I mean, I seem to enjoy it so far, and
I've never offered this deck before. Actually.
ooh, that's stunning.
I know, right?
I love that.
I know.
That might
So
be
you
the
can-
one.
You can, if you gravitate, pick them up, look through
Yeah, you
them,
can-
see which one you like gravitate to
okay.
more.
I can look at them.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, no, just the vibrance of this, and like
It's actually a really
definitely-
beautiful deck, and it's underused, I think, because
Is
I
this
never.
a new one that you got for Christmas or no? Okay.
No, but I've still never used it with
Wow.
anybody.
I can hear Otho.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
He's sleeping down
Yeah,
there.
no, this is the one.
Okay.
I don't even want to look at the
Okay.
other one. I'm like
Okay.
so drawn to this one. This
Okay,
is
great.
this is-
amazing.
I love that for us because we don't know the
Yes.
personality of these cards, so we will. And now, it's
Oh, good.
time-
So you'll be learning them as you go. And
Yeah.
I love
Can
that.
you explain this deck?
So this deck is actually supposed to be like a quote unquote beginner's deck because it's a traditional Rider-Waite deck. But it has descriptions on the actual cards. But I think we will forgo those descriptions and just use our source materials.
I don't like personally. I don't. So we got like twin decks basically.
I
don't
hers is-
like these descriptions.
Hers is silver and mine is gold.
They're just like, I don't know. It's like somebody like Google translated something.
Yeah,
and
it's
put it
really
on there.
weird, but it is like a stunning deck. And so
It's the keywords. It's how keywords are.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a suggestion.
So we will hand these over to you. Feel free to shuffle them in any way you want. You can like
Okay.
blah, 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 or you can just do it methodically.
And then while
Amazing.
you're doing that, go into the details.
Yeah,
of
tell us about Chris's Superette and
Yes.
everything.
the
Yeah.
catering
So
situation.
I started the pop-up serving my mother's food and built the entire brand on like, the pain into passion, like I'm going to serve my mother's
Yeah,
food, and
yeah.
really, really put that out into the world. Because really the only people who have experienced my mom's food is like our family.
And your mom
knew-
was like a really amazing chef as well.
amazing, and I grew up in the kitchen with her, and that's
wow.
where I really found what I loved to do, and then pursued it outside of that. But so I built the brand based on that and our relationship. She was my best friend, so I wanted to
That's really special. Like to
yeah.
Very intimate.
yeah, like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, sometimes people have that for a brand and sometimes they don't. And I feel like because it's so rooted in something that means like beyond words to me, I think that, I've been so like hyper focused on just making it work and putting that out into the world. And like really, I love all of the feedback I get from everybody because of like how important it is to me. And so I started that like a little bit over a year ago. And then I started the sort of Superette side of things, like maybe a month and a half or so.
And so for those of you listening, the Superette vibe is like very much like you said before, like New York deli style kind of like gig, checkered tablecloth, cute like baguettes and stuff she makes herself.
Oh,
right.
I love
Italian cookies, kind of like a Italian Superette / like New York bodega.
I see.
All mashed. So I make like these like truffle aiolis and gremolata and all of these things that I pair the sandwiches with to just kind of give them a Sicilian flair. And then if it's evening, it's like fried calzones and seafood salad, which is my mother's food. And so like things of that nature. And so working even at the Virtue for the pop-up, like I've gotten so many people just coming up to me asking me, do you cater? And so I finally made business cards for it. And it's been so nice because it's like HBO and all of these big people. So I think that's what I want to know is like
film catering.
It's like such organic growth too.
Yes.
The fact that people are asking, I mean, that's
right.
a good
And
sign.
right. And it's like they love it and they,
Everyone loves it.
It's so nice because I have the pastry business and well, that's great. It's monotonous. It's the same thing every day. I don't get to meet people. I'm in the kitchen. My bakers are in the kitchen. It's like nobody really gets to interact. And it's so nice to be outside meeting new people every day. And, how do you want me to, what do I do? Do I cut it?
Feel done?
You can cut it if you want. Do you feel done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
I think let's do Celtic Cross.
Okay. That's our tried and true.
Yeah.
So what we do is like Celtic. Ooh, I just spit this out. Like Celtic cross spread, which is kind of our tried and true, and we like doing that because it helps us. The repetitiveness helps us learn, and we are getting kind of good at like what the positions are and what they mean. Yeah. So I feel like it's a comprehensive reading. So. And this is your first tarot reading ever.
Right. So
okay, are you scared?
Beautiful.
Are you excited? What were your preconceived notions about tarot?
I was only excitement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I think maybe knowing Devin also makes that easy for me.
Yeah.
I think, I've never run on a podcast, so I maybe was a little bit nervous about that, but it's
chill.
It's so chill.
It's
so chill. Yeah, exactly. So it's so easy and so it's only excitement.
Yay.
It's like,
great.
And I think, if you connect to like the good energy of, what my business is, and I can only expect good things from it. If that's what I'm putting out. So
we are doing a general career reading.
Yes.
And I will also say that I feel like Chris is really super strong at manifesting because it's like she says it and it happens. And it's just been like all of these opportunities I'm like, girl, you've been manifesting. Like all of these things are coming at you in like the best way. And that's a really good thing. And that's like a power in itself too, because nothing better than manifestation.
Oh yeah, I think you have to believe in what you have to offer and believe in what you do.
Yeah.
And what you put out to even have that like come back,
Look at this on camera. Damn.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. So first things first, we have in the 1 spot, 2 of Cups. We have in the 2 spot, we have a, what is that, 10 of Pentacles?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 of Pentacles. We have in the 3 spot, we have lots of cups in this, but reversed, we have a 7 of Cups.
Yeah, it's like half reversed.
Yeah. In the 9 of Pentacles is in the 4 spot. 5 spot is Knight of Wands. In the 6th spot, and we'll go through all of these, it's the King of Wands.
Yes, because I have no idea what anything is.
Page
Which
of
I
Swords.
love about it.
Yes. Ace of Wands. Then in the 8th spot, 9 spot is, what is that?
Page of Wands.
Page of Wands. And then
7 of
Pentacles in the 10th
reversed.
Spot. Okay, cool. So starting with number 1, 2 of Cups. Cups are like the sweet of abundance and like I feel like, coming together in celebration.
Oh, wow.
Let's see if that tracks.
I can start. So
Okay.
the Two of Cups. So this first position is kind of like your central issue. So this is about your business, and maybe these different directions that you may be sensing that it's going towards. And so the Two of Cups is all about partnership and union. It says the meeting of two brings balance and harmony in a nurturing relationship. In a career/money reading, a new partnership or work opportunity is coming into alignment for you. In existing career circumstances, you should experience equal give and take in work relationships or an act of generosity from a coworker.
Okay, this is really interesting because we were talking about a meeting that you may have in the future.
Right.
So if this reading is about your job, this card describes a partnership that benefits both people.
Yeah. Sounds like it's going to go well.
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking about as she read that. So
You inspire one another.
I love that your brain went there too, because
You inspire one another and enjoy working together. True. It can also represent cooperation and creative collaboration in the workplace. That's like spot on with what we were talking about before. Yeah. Because she wants to propose this meeting to somebody. And
for partnership? Then that sounds like it's going to be good.
yeah. So
or
I'm
at
very
least
excited
if
about
in
that.
anything, it's a central issue, which is what we
Yeah,
were just
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. So very curious that that's coming up.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, cool. 2 spot. We got the 10 of Pentacles.
I always just call that card as upright because
Yeah.
it's like...
Sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is describing the obstacles that face you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Fun.
have...
Yeah. Obstacles. Yeah.
In general, the Ten of Pentacles is about wealth, family, inheritance. The culmination of prosperity has arrived. This enables you to create from a new place of abundance alongside those you love.
Okay.
In a career money context, you are considering starting or entering a family business, and you have the support of your family and plenty of resources. You may have been entering into a partnership with close friends. Generosity and support are being extended towards you, or you may be offering these things to someone else in the workplace. So that's kind of aligning with...
That's aligning with the first one. I'd
the
say.
situation.
Let's see if I can. Yeah, I have the same thing. You enjoy your work and your family, and again, you said this is kind of based off the food that you and your mom used to kind of create
I love
together.
that because I'm like, that totally checks out with what you've been telling us.
And it says, comfortable in your financial position, you can now devote yourself to more leisurely activities or like other types of ventures. So I feel like that is a positive, that you are kind of stable in this way, so you can think about branching out to these other kind of different career opportunities,
Right.
Because you don't have to worry about like, oh, where's my money? I mean, I don't know your financial situation, but like, oh, like, where's this coming from or whatever.
Yeah.
It seems like you have a lot of great pastry clients. Yeah, so there's
For
stability
sure.
in that. So let's see if I have any other context. In a reading about your job, same thing about family business.
Or some kind of partnership, which is like totally in line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it represents a business that
Gotta
can
have
help
that conversation
others.
ASAP, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
It
the
just
cards
seems like
are
it's meant to be or something like that, you know?
cool.
And it's funny how the cards always do that because, like, you don't expect it and then they just say exactly the thing that you needed to hear.
Yeah.
Maybe not wanted to hear. But
Sometimes
that
it's
you
not
needed.
wanted to hear, but you needed to hear.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so this is what you already know about the situation.
That's 7 of Cups?
Yeah, the reverse 7 of Cups.
I think 7 of Cups is the one about choices because I see it's like all the crazy cups. In
You
the sky.
always are attuned to this card. You know, like, exactly when this card comes out.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my favorite one because it's so crazy.
7 of Cups. Otho's having a good dream.
All right, I have it. So
Okay.
reverse. And this is the what crowns you.
Describes what
spot?
she already knows.
Oh, okay. Things that you objectively know already. Okay. So this in reverse, the 7 of Cups in reverse, is generally about illusions and confusion. The reverse 7 of Cups in your reading can warn that appearances are often deceiving. This is a reminder to beware of things that seem too good to be true. Be careful not to go all in on something that causes extreme emotion, since that feeling of intense excitement can vanish as quickly as it arrived. Look to see the underlying truth of each situation and proceed with caution. Is this something that that you are like worried about?
I think
at all?
I think the only thing my brain connected to was I was working on a project last year from March until September. And it seemed like this incredible opportunity and very much was a deceiving situation.
So maybe it's like, I don't want to get burned again based on that. Okay.
Right. So I think my mindset from then has been to focus more on my own projects instead of taking on outside things that have these like empty promises or even on contracts that can just be terminated whenever they feel.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what my brain connected to. So I'm definitely more weary of that stuff. And
especially going to like a partnership or something.
Right, exactly.
New, where you kind of maybe almost had that before. But what do you have, Devin?
I have a little bit more. It says it can mean you're either in a fog about your future, which I wouldn't say fog, but you do have a lot of options. In a fog about your future, but you're finally gaining clarity about the direction you want to go in. And
Reverse, right?
which I was saying that to you earlier.
Yeah, and perhaps old dreams you've kind of outgrown and you're replacing them with new goals. So in a reading about your job, if some ideas and projects don't bear fruit, you feel like uninspired by them or whatever, but now you're kind of gaining more clarity about the direction that you want to go in. So that's what it's saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel
which
like
is
that
also
makes-
pretty spot on. I feel like although my pastry business has been running for 6 years, which is incredible, and it
Yeah, amazing.
provides me a life, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to work for anybody else. It provides my life for me, and that's incredible. But because it's so monotonous, I felt uninspired.
It says uninspired.
Yeah, I felt
there you go.
I felt uninspired, and I was talking to Haley about it one day on the phone, and I'm like so down and out, and like, what do I do? And the next day I had something, and she brought that up to me the other day. Like, she's like, you felt a way, and you sat down with yourself, and you figured it out, and you did something about it.
Do you need more wine?
Yeah, why not? Top it off. Why not? But she was so impressed with, and she keeps bringing that up every now and again. Like,
I'm telling you, strong manifesting.
She's like, you just
Yeah.
did it. You sat down and said, what direction am I going in? What is going to make me happy? What am I missing? And I was missing the everyday interacting with people. And because I'm such a social person, like, being able to interact and actually like feed people and meet people that I feed is rather than like feeding strangers and not, knowing anything.
For only living here about 2 years now, you really, that's why I feel like I feel like you've been here much longer, because you have such a strong community of people that you've just met around you. Like, especially like when we went to your birthday party, there was everyone I met was just someone different that Chris had met somewhere else, and everyone just like came together in this like great group of like energy. And I don't know, I really feel like you do have like a strong presence, and you're able to create what you want. So all good things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I believe in the law of attraction very much.
Cool.
So I think, but yeah, the way I meet my people is just whether I'm in, at
dancing
at
and
jazz.
I met the DJ.
Right, met the DJ, or like walking down the street and, this talking to this person, and then we become friends, or, whatever. And then I'm so lucky to live in the building I live in, because I have so many friends in that building that are just incredible people. So
Shout out again to Kathy Vu.
Yes.
In the building.
We love Kathy.
Yeah.
She's
Love
the best.
She is the best.
Also, Rocio.
Amazing. Love her. She
Love
lives in
her.
your building too?
No, but she
Oh.
lives in the one like next to mine.
Mello's babysitter.
Yeah.
Love her.
She's the best.
Yeah,
We
she
just have
is.
the best people over there, and it's
I know.
very easy to make friends in that area.
And Virtue helps. It really does. The coffee shop is,
You gotta get your coffee somewhere.
you got to.
And if you're downtown, go to Virtue.
Exactly. Because it is just, like James has really created like this wonderful like meeting space where everyone can get together, and we like literally chat for hours every weekend.
I love that you guys make your own syrups and stuff.
Oh yeah, we make our own
Right?
syrups.
Have you been? Have you tried it?
I've pretend to work at the back while waiting for
Yeah,
Devin.
she did.
Oh,
Sit back
damn.
with me.
I'd be like
Nice.
sitting there, and people would be coming up and be like, I don't work here.
Also, like Ali, when he's there, he's like, I don't actually work here. And you too. You're like, I don't actually work here
Like
either.
helping to wash the
But like,
cups.
I'll check them out.
Yeah, she will, and she'll stamp my
I'll
cups.
fun.
take care of them at least in the way that I can,
You're
and
doing
then
more
just
than me. I'm just sitting there.
But James doesn't care. He's like, tell your friends to sit back here with you. And I'm like, okay, like, I'll do that.
yeah, he's big on community. As long as like, I mean, I think he wouldn't suggest that if you were someone that didn't do your job.
Yeah.
you know. But he
Yeah.
knows that you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
So why bother?
Fun.
Yeah. Yeah, just let me have my fun with my friends.
Yeah, and you're bringing like awareness to this new shop. I mean, it's what been 8-9 months.
8-9 months. It really. I think April. It probably opened around
Something in March, maybe like end of
March.
March.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So almost a year.
Virtue Coffee downtown.
Virtue Coffee.
Yes.
Leave the E
LA.
off the end. Virtue with the U.
Virtue.
Virtue. Yeah.
Okay, next card is the 4 spot. This
Okay.
is what's kind of subconsciously you may not be aware of, but maybe subconsciously it's
Yeah,
there.
the foundation of the concern, or what's unknown about the situation,
Yeah.
and or past influences affecting the situation. So whatever affects the situation is going to be
Yeah.
here. And we got the
That's not
9 of
obvious.
Pentacles. Yeah.
Okay, 9 of Pentacles upright.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
This is about success and enjoyment.
Okay. Positive
This
card.
is all going very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says luxuriate in your
Amazing.
prosperity, feeling grateful for all that you've been able to achieve. In a career money context, financial security is yours. So relax and enjoy what you've achieved. Take a break if you've been overworking, since rest and relaxation will recharge you when you return. Work can wait. You'll still be abundant after a well-deserved vacation. But this is like the subconscious thing. I mean, maybe the 3 and 4 spots are like mirroring each other, right? It's like there's this kind of fear of like, this has happened in the past, but then maybe this is a sign of like, hey, you might not know this now. I mean, I think you probably know this, but it's going to go, like, things are going to be good. I don't know. What do you have?
It says, this lovely card says that you've arrived, basically.
I like that.
You've achieved your goals and you feel secure. You worked hard, used your skills and acumen, and you've accomplished a lot, and you have reason to be proud. It represents independence. You've created the life you desire, and you can now enjoy your success. I love this.
Yeah.
It's so positive.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But why is it in this spot where it's like,
I mean,
how do you feel
Is it
about...
in some way like maybe that's something that I'm not aware of, that I'm so...
Well, I think, because I don't know you that well, so I'm like, I mean, do you feel like you're the type, maybe you're not the type of person that would be like, yeah, I'm doing great, and da-da-da, or I don't know. Like, you
I mean, the
definitely
fact
know
that
you
it's also saying like, sit back, relax, take a vacation.
You're like,
I haven't
really?
taken a vacation other than like going to my
Been
girlfriend's
hustling.
parents' house for the recent like holidays, you know? So I think what it is probably saying is like, you're good.
Yeah, like trust.
It's going in the right direction. Trust,
Yeah,
relax,
yeah.
and learn to like take a beat and enjoy.
There you go.
It does say perhaps you now have more independence for free time. And
So maybe pending this partnership or something. You know?
yeah, it says it indicates a time of success and recognition, like you said, and you've reached a position of security, so now you can think about your free time a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not something you do right now.
No, I mean, I feel like I try to, but I feel very much, you see me sometimes, I'm stopping at the shop and I'm just like, I love to spend time with you, but I'm like,
I know.
what do I do with the time that I'm not working, you know?
I do feel like, though, the way I feel like you come across to me as a very structured person, though. Like, you have slots and times and places, and you have like
Very regimented.
yeah, you're like very able to stick to your regiment and like dedicated in that way. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah.
So maybe it is time to ease up a little bit. Maybe like take some like why. But you did go to Field of Funk. That was wild,
Field
right?
of Funk.
Oh, it was so
Is
fun.
that a festival?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It was in
Ooh.
Santa Barbara. Channel Tres was playing, which I love him. If you don't know his music,
No,
I did
I
not
don't.
know that he was
super
playing.
funky.
What the hell?
I told you, man.
I didn't know. I'm fun. I have ADD. I don't remember shit.
I had to tell you because you play him, and I
know.
don't know many people who like actually play him. You know.
Yeah, I play him at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was such a good. Yeah, we just had such a good time at that, and that was end of October, so something close to Halloween.
Yeah.
It's like the weekend before Halloween because I think Halloween was on a Monday.
Not exactly a vacation, but an afternoon of fun.
Right. And I guess I could count my like Santa Barbara, going to Santa Barbara, spending the weekends like as vacations.
No, girl, stop. No,
I
they're
think
not.
that's the issue is what you need
Yeah.
to come to
Yeah,
realize.
Yeah.
That is not a vacation. That's going to visit your girlfriend.
Yeah, seriously. And not to mention that sometimes it can be stressful visit, not because of your girlfriend, but because of other outside factors.
Yes.
Influencing the situation,
Right.
like this position.
There you go.
There can be other stressors that
Yeah.
attributed to that. So that is not a vacation.
It's not. That is a great point.
Yeah.
I did let that slip my mind for a second.
Yeah. True.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next spot is the 5 spot, which is the Knight of Wands reversed, and this is about past circumstances now fading away. Okay, cool.
100%.
Wow, what a great memory.
I know. I'm like,
Yes.
we've done this so many times that
Yeah.
we should be remembering.
I know.
by
That's a learning
now.
pod, and we are learning.
Yeah, we are very learning.
Okay.
Okay, Knight of
Knight
Wands.
of Wands.
Okay. So this is about the past and things
Okay.
that have happened that are kind of you've probably gotten over by now, and there's maybe lingering things. So this is about fast action and passion. The quest for action drives this knight to swoop in and take the lead, delivering swift results. Business is picking up quickly. Following your intuition in business leads to increased profits, and your instincts may lead to the next action steps that move you toward success.
Wait, reversed?
Oh, yep, you're right.
Yes! It's not
I
me
know, I was
this time.
like, it's me this
I
time.
always
Okay.
read the wrong meeting, and now
Yeah.
I'm vindicated.
Yes. Okay, so in
Yes.
reverse, scratch all that. The reverse Knight of Wands in your reading can indicate self-doubt in a general sense, but most likely related to a specific goal or situation that hasn't progressed in the way you'd hope. Delays and misunderstanding are part of life, not a sign to give up. There may be different and better courses of action to take, so have patience and make use of this time by turning into your intuition for guidance. So I feel like maybe this was a situation maybe where your business, like, I think like you said, it was like you were hustling so hard to make it work. And so I think that maybe there's still the lingering effects of that you're, I mean, now that you've kind of like gotten over the hump or whatever, you're still feeling a little bit of that, but kind of moving forward is what it seems like.
Oh, for sure. I think it also sounds like, I mean, moving my business from New York, because I started in New York.
Right.
To
That's
LA,
a huge move.
Very different
Yeah.
coffee culture here.
Yes.
Cafes in New York
So
have
different.
lines out the door. Everybody's super, very, very busy. And it just, like, business was booming in New York for pastry. So it's very different here. And I think, you know, luckily I have this other, you know, this pop-up and this Superette that I'm super passionate about. That I think I will turn into a brick and mortar at some point in my life, which is what I really want. So I think that's what I'm connecting to here is like that sort of aspect of like, you know, I've had to accept that like maybe that's just LA for the pastry side of things. And
I could see that because LA and New York, you're so right. Like the coffee culture is super different. It's like it's not like people stop by to get a cup of coffee like down the street. It's like they probably drive through Starbucks and then like go to work, or like they're making it at home, or people are like sitting in coffee shops working, and then that's kind of like there's no in between.
yeah.
I don't think I spent enough time in New York drinking coffee that I know what it's like there. But I can imagine that everyone is just super busy and wanting to get in, get out, but they'll wait for something good.
They'll wait.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is like, New York coffee shops are open at 6 or 7.
Yeah,
People
are up early.
People are waiting outside
Doing
for the
their
barista
commute.
to open the door.
Yo, I remember the Cronut.
Yes. Dominique Ansel, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know who made the Cronut. I just know about the Cronut.
That's him. He's got a shop, Dominique Ansel Bakery in New York.
Were your pastries the ones you make here on the West Coast now? Were they the same pastries you were making over there?
Yes, I've created new ones, but I did have to revamp the recipe based on the climate here and everything.
Oh, interesting.
That was an interesting thing that I didn't
baking.
anticipate. There's a lot of, obviously just, of course, your climate and, temperatures and things will affect the baked goods. So I did have to adjust.
Is it drier here or is it drier there?
You need more wine?
Yes,
Speak.
Yeah.
I would say drier here.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
But I was ready to be happily surprised.
Yeah. But so I had to adjust them, but the donuts were something that I sold in New York, and they were very much loved in a big way.
Oh, wow. Why did you decide to move to the West Coast?
I mean, I lived in New York my entire life.
Yeah.
And I just kind of felt like, especially once my mom passed away, I think that kind of made me really realize, life is fleeting. I'm an adult. Where do I want to be? I've never lived anywhere else in my life. And so I had traveled to California plenty, especially San Francisco and Northern California. So
I love San Francisco.
I love.
Are you going to move to San Francisco? Why San Francisco why Los Angeles versus San Francisco?
I was working with La Colombe Coffee in New York, and so I knew if I had transferred myself here, at least I'd have existing clients to work with. And so that was kind of something that I was okay with. I wouldn't have been okay just planting myself in a new city and hoping for clients.
Yeah, that's too scary.
Yeah, I couldn't be. I'm not that. I admire people that could, but I just don't have that.
But I feel like you did do that.
In a way,
Yeah.
but I definitely set up meetings with Cosmic Vinyl and all of these coffee shops, which are mainly mom and pop shops. And La Colombe was my only ever very large client because they have 35 shops in the U.S. So
I love La Colombe. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And, so I had just realized I feel like my life is done here. I have to pick up and I have to take myself
new chapter.
Yeah. I've got to challenge myself, put myself in a new city. And I knew I was leaving obviously my family and my friends behind because that's where I've always lived and that's the but I have all my connections there and things, so it was always so easy to move throughout the world and now it's you got to go out and do that. So that's what definitely pushed me to go out and meet people more because I wasn't always that way in New York where I was willing to just kind of
run into people and
chat and approach somebody whether in a dating aspect or not. It was I was never as confident as I am here, and it's really interesting to take yourself out of your comfort zone and say, okay, I'm in a new city.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
For the most part I've had great experiences. So
Yeah. Wow.
Let's see. Well, what do I have here? So we have the Knight of Wands.
Reverse.
And we're in the reverse spot. I mean, we're in the 5 spot. It advises you. Oh, interesting. This is the Knight of Wands? Okay.
Yeah.
It said an event may be delayed or postponed. In reading about work, it can indicate restlessness or a job change, which you did describe being restless.
I mean, you literally moved across the country.
yeah.
And it says sometimes it shows canceling or postponing a business trip, but I don't know that. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's about the moving across.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah, that
starting
was a
over.
big hurdle that you just recently. I really didn't realize that it was 2 years only. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you see me just interact with people as if I've just
Always been
existed here
Yeah.
always, and like you said, you got to see me at my birthday, and I have all of these people, and it takes a lot to go out, and sometimes these people approach me, like Chrissy,
Love her.
Yeah, she's amazing, and she came up to my friends and then we became friends, and it's just kind of very organic.
I have a text in my message box from her that just says, "Send me your exorcism," which was, which you know my exorcism.
Yeah.
I filmed a movie with a modern exorcism in it, and I told her about it, and so she just says, "Send me your exorcism," which I will do, and it'll be random again because it'll just come like months after she asked for it.
Yeah.
Which is so typical me.
Okay, let's move on to the 6th spot, which is about, it's not likely future outcome, but.
No, it's before you and describes new circumstances coming into being in the near future.
Okay.
So we are King of Wands reversed.
Okay. Oh no. So I have, and interesting that it's like the Knight of Wands in the past, but the King of Wands in the future, and they're both reversed. But, I have, this is about abuse of power or bullying.
Oh no, we hope that's not the outcome.
I know, right? The reverse King of Wands can point to unhealthy displays of masculine energy, such as abuse of power in a situation, holding grudges, or acting like a bully. Healthy masculine energy understands the responsibility that comes with being in a place of power and seeks to empower others to act with integrity. Tune into your intuition to see where the selfish or oppressive energy may be coming from. Don't get drunk with power, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not that right now. I don't ever see myself being that way.
Yeah, I was like, I don't clock you as like a person who's like that, but I don't know. What do you have, Devin?
It says when this is reversed, you may run into delays or your success isn't as grand as you hoped for. It says...
Which is what I was basically saying about the pastry business as well. Like, I had expected maybe it to be the same as New York at least, but it isn't.
It said it can mean a project will take longer than you'd planned for, or you'll have to work harder than you expected. Perhaps some of your creative aspects of an undertaking will get nixed by someone else. Interesting. I hope not. That would suck. But I think that from an advice standpoint, just staying true to your vision and making sure that it's not like rocked and rolled by someone who's just like, well, if this was in the past spot, I could see it more because like something like that may have happened. But like people just like foo-fooing your ideas or whatever, just saying like this is not whatever. But if it's in the future spot, then maybe for this meeting, make sure you just stick true to like yourself. And
also, or it could be like delays. Like maybe you set this meeting and like it's pushed off or something like that.
I could see that happening.
Oh, 100%. Even if we have the meeting, actually taking action, even if the answer is like yes, hell yes,
that could be this is like
there's delays. 100%.
100%.
Yes.
8 months later.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
God, we hope not.
No,
please,
we're trying.
Lord.
Yeah.
I hope
but
not.
I could see that for sure.
100%.
I definitely expect that going into it because I just like, when you're so accustomed to dealing with a very specific kind of person.
Yeah.
But we could also be wrong about that.
We could be wrong. We could be surprised. Hopefully so.
Yeah.
Hopefully this King of Wands is merely a warning and
Yeah,
not
yeah.
an actual truth be told.
Yeah. Okay, so Page of Swords in the 7 spot.
Current state of mind.
Okay, so this is like where you're at. And this is the Page of Swords upright.
These little bites are good.
They're good, right?
These
They're
heavenly hunks.
Costco.
Yum.
Okay, so this is about
Shout out Costco.
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Sponsor
seriously.
us.
Yes,
I
seriously.
love Costco. I love
We love the
Costco
Costco
wine,
wines.
the snacks. It's a Costco show. So Page of Swords upright is about your current state of mind, and this is about enthusiasm and eagerness to learn. The messenger of communication brings a fresh perspective. Be open to hearing and sharing ideas. You're waiting to hear back from a client, manager, or new employer, and this news will offer valuable information to new options or help you expand your horizons. This news may excite you, but be sure to formulate a solid plan before jumping in. Be confident in sharing your thoughts and ideas. Wait, that sounds exactly like what you were just talking about.
You may be starting a project that requires good communication skills.
Yes.
This is like, why is this so accurate?
Or you may be refining your abilities and clarifying ideas. Good communication is key, I think, to all walks. It's a good advice for anybody. I mean, I say
strong structure,
strong communication. Can't beat it. Can't communicate. then you're just a pain in the ass.
Well, I think it's also like, you know, whether it applies to this like meeting that I want to set or to these like upcoming catering jobs that I've been waiting for the dates to come back on. It's like being prepared before I set those dates, knowing the structure of how I'm going to set it up and all of, you know, because it's such large clients and, you know.
So yeah, this is your current state of mind, something that you're definitely thinking about.
The newness of it all.
The newness of it all. For sure.
Incredible. This is kind of scary how accurate this is.
I love this for us.
Everything is so like in line. Okay, the next is the 8th spot.
And
is that the people one?
This one is it's the circumstances and people surrounding you.
This is the reversed Ace of Wands.
Which it has this, get back there. It has this hand holding this wand coming out of a cloud. Feels strong to me. Okay.
All right, in reverse, this is about hesitation and delays.
Not again.
I know. I was like, wow, this
lots
is
of delays in this kind of.
The reverse Ace of Wands in your reading can point to hesitation around taking actions, perhaps driven by fears about timing, failure, or getting out of your comfort zone. Acknowledge what is preventing you from being bold and decisive so you are able to confidently move forward. This reversal may also indicate delays beyond your control. Trust that these delays are part of your divine timing and try to stay flexible and open.
Okay, I like that positive spin on it.
Yes.
I'm sure yours is like soul crushing.
No, this is like, so this is people surrounding you, and it says delays and complications have stalled an endeavor, which, and you feel frustrated or
almost
impatient.
like what we've been kind of like getting at. So I feel like all signs are pointing to the same thing. It's like, prepare yourself because it's not going to be all rosy.
Yeah.
Right.
It says, as a result, you may question yourself and your ability, but rethink your plan, make adjustments, or maybe sit back and wait for a different time. And then it says, it can mean an enthusiastic start fizzled or met with obstacles, but you don't have to give up. You may just need to put in some extra effort or reassess the situation. Yeah, that's basically what that says.
Yeah, I think that aligned with
But this
mine.
makes me crack up because just thinking about this meeting and like who I know you're going to be like talking to is just like... Delay king.
Delay.
Yeah.
Delay king, is that what you said?
Yeah. I mean
that seems to go with this kind of like near future situation and then the circumstances surrounding. So it's like be prepared for things
But
to
I think it's also saying don't let that be a reflection upon what you're doing. It's just something that's happening and has no reflection upon like
it's
your
not
ability.
something I have control over.
Exactly. It's not you.
Too. It's like
It's not you, it's them.
Delay, whether it's like this meeting or these like catering jobs, is like that's just how it goes. It's like you have to. It's a waiting game of like
for sure
for somebody else to make the next move.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
All right, HBO, come on, snap, chop.
Okay, so the 9 spot.
Ooh, this is what you hope or fear, or what you hope and fear.
Oh, okay. The Page of Wands. Okay, my guess, without looking, Page of Wands. So the page is usually someone that's kind of like a novice about learning, and then wands are about like ideas. So maybe there's something new coming about. Page of Wands.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, again, it represents
Oh shit, where are we going?
the early stages of a situation or an undertaking. It shows an optimistic attitude, enthusiasm, and an eagerness to succeed. It can be. It says it's often referred to as the student card.
What did I say? I did say learning.
You
You
did.
did.
I did say that.
It's
I'm learning something.
You may be starting a new venture you enjoy, or a new skill, or preparing yourself for a creative career or something of that nature. So I think that kind of, again, speaks to, and this is your hope and fear, what you hope and fear. I think this is probably what you hope for, is this, like, positive, like, this, like, going forward with all of these maybe different opportunities and these jobs and like having this great optimistic attitude, and you're so strong at manifesting like we were saying, that like just feeling like it might work out, but maybe these are saying that like maybe don't get disappointed if there's some like kind of hiccup or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. I pretty much have a very similar thing. It says like key meanings are like impulsiveness or sense of adventure. The messenger of fire brings exciting news. Be open to adventurous opportunities. A job offer or opportunity is coming that will excite you and reignite your passion for what you do.
Nice.
You've been feeling very busy and needing to prioritize your tasks, so implementing time management practices, like you kind of said, like prioritizing things in order to stay on top of your work. Make sure you can deliver on your promises.
Okay. I feel like you can.
Yeah.
I'll get it
like
done even if I only have to do it myself.
Yeah.
Like I have no problem with that.
That's the sense I get. Yeah, it just, I don't know. And then
Wow.
let's round it out and then do like a kind of summary of
Holistic
everything.
recap.
I feel like everything is very like one
So
message.
aligned.
It's like
yeah.
one message.
So like this is the path, but also don't be so hung up on if there's delays or things don't,
pan out or whatever.
pan out
or
the
they're
way that you're expecting, or like don't get
Right.
your.
Absolutely.
Don't be so.
It's a 7 of Pentacles reversed.
7 of Pentacles
In the 10
reversed.
spot, which is the likely future
outcome.
Okay, I have it here. Oh no, in reverse, the 7 of Pentacles, which is the likely future outcome. It says impatience and procrastination.
No!
Which just sounds so unlike you from what I've learned.
Right.
So the reverse 7 of Pentacles in your reading can suggest that you haven't been working towards your goals with enough conviction and you're getting frustrated and impatient. This reversal can also reveal that procrastination is the main reason why you haven't seen the results you've been hoping for. Overcome any internal resistance by reviewing and revising your action plan. Perhaps your goal just needs a little adjustment to get back on track. What do you have, Devin?
I have,
But
again,
this sounds not like you, but I also don't know you that well. But from what I've heard, it sounds not. I don't know. What do you?
it says that for likely future outcome, you worry that the outcome won't live up to your expectation.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, it indicates procrastination around a project. You may not be getting the recognition or reward you expected. Perhaps
Maybe it's the anxiety of it all.
Perhaps you fear
Yeah.
someone is trying to undermine you. Obstacles and delays may occur again, or a project may not turn out as well as you hoped.
Oh.
We don't love this outcome.
Well, I think can this card also speak to like past situations? Because I feel like
anything, yeah.
right. Like I feel like the project that I was on last year. That was a project that I was building an entire pastry menu for a business that was expanding into like 8 more shops. And,
Oh wow.
And I was promised in my contract like bonuses.
Oh, was that
bonuses
this one
and
right
equity,
here? Yeah.
yes,
yeah,
and all
yeah.
of these things, and so it could have been like a very life-changing
Right.
experience. And then they just randomly cut me out
Oh no.
and cut me out of my recipe documents, which I obviously have because I created them.
Yeah.
and,
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
so it's not like they really took those away from me. It was just they were really kind of screwing me over and running out of money and didn't want to
Right.
pay me what I was
that's awful.
owed. And so I think it speaks more to that as far as like that's definitely what comes to mind.
I feel like in general, like even with that being there, I almost think that they're all just warnings of like, okay, things are going well and they will be good, but it's about almost like managing expectations in a way is how I'm reading this, because it feels unlike you to be like procrastinating or anything like that. But I feel like maybe be careful with how these kind of delays of other people or just delays in the business affect you, and make sure it doesn't take over.
Don't allow it to
or
like affect.
don't let it
delay
pull you
me.
under. Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
Exactly.
there are certain people that I might do business with that could be delayed, but like I can still take action and do other things and take other jobs and like
Exactly.
do the
And
things that I'm doing.
Without saying so, and I think that's key, is like talking about other people surrounding the situation instead of it really like representing you. It might be representing other people kind of around
the
it.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, those are things you don't have control over.
exactly. And I think that I had another thought and it just went out my ears. Oh my god.
Oh,
no. Okay, it'll come back.
I'm just taking pictures of the spread.
Yeah,
But-
that's what comes up for that for me, because I feel like
This is what I meant to say. Or you were saying like, okay, maybe I have this meeting, maybe it goes one way, maybe it doesn't, but also like ultimately like I might have to because of the procrastination of this person, I may have to like finagle or like do something with our contract. Not saying terminate, maybe terminate, I don't know, but like we're kind of saying like maybe I have to
or becomes
rethink.
a double time situation where it's like because they slacked so much or something, I don't know, then you have to pick up the slack situation. I don't know the situation.
Yeah, I think when you're like so lenient with a client because you like actually enjoy their company or you're very close with them, like, you know, I'm pretty strict on my contract terms, and I think at this point I'm okay. At this point, you know, yes, it could go either way. I do have a good feeling about it.
That's great.
And I think that, like, you know, whatever happens, obviously it won't delay anything that I'm doing. And I think that's part of what it's saying is like, you know, because it can go either way.
And I think these first few cards were like very positive towards like, like go towards this venture, like really like ride it out, try it, you know.
And I think that also has to do with the catering as well. Just like take the catering jobs.
Yeah.
You know. And
you have been.
Yeah. And I did 2 right before Christmas, and now I'm waiting on HBO and Apple. And it's like,
Apple. Ooh, I should get you on a project that I'm crewing on for.
Oh my God! See, there you manifest another gig.
A beauty one, but yeah, I feel like that'd be. I mean, I don't know what their budget is, and I don't know what your budget is, but I'll try.
You know, I give if they tell. I'll need to know setup and how many people, and then I can give a quote.
Yeah.
But
Chris's stuff is super fucking good. Really
I know.
good.
I've seen the cookies and the donuts. They look so good. I haven't actually tried.
And they're vegan.
I know. You say it all the time. You're like,
right. So it depends on, like, you know. I think there's different dynamics, and some people actually want me set up with my griddle and actually cooking and having pastries and having salads and grab and go options. It depends, you know. Everyone's different. Like Apple is something that's like a team will have lunch or breakfast, and so you don't have to like. Whereas like if you're on set for HBO, you might be there for a very specific time that's like lunch and breakfast. You know, kind of a vibe. So it depends, you know, it really varies, but on what I'd be serving. But the Sandos are like something that people go crazy for.
They're so good.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get you on this shoot that
I brought you business cards actually.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, amazing. Wow, what a reading.
I feel like this is the first time. Is this the first time?
And for my first reading, I have to say, I actually
what do you think?
No, you know what? I love that I did this at a later age in my life, because I feel like, you know, I would never go back to being super young. I know myself so well now. I know like what you know, obviously I've been in the industry for so long, but I really stuck to it. I really love it that much, you know, and I just like kind of knew that about myself. But, you know, it's incredible that this is like my first tarot reading ever, and this is what
it's so validating.
This is yes, this is what I'm receiving, and like
it's like feel good about it, and then also just like, you know, take any new endeavors, not with caution, but like understanding that, like, you know, sometimes the way of the road is one
right, and like delays. being in this business, I know like, that very well. I deal with other business owners. They especially in LA, I think the difference has always been like there's been a lot of delays with LA business owners as far as like working with people.
That
LA people are wishy-washy.
Yeah.
They're,
you know, and so
aloof.
like whereas in New York it's like people just have this work ethic that they just
they
like
go.
things are of large importance for their business, and so they just get it done. Where I have to like, you know, I've had to terminate clients because they just like won't pay me, and like it's like, no, you have a contract, you have to follow the contract. Like I don't understand, why'd you sign it, you know? Like and so it's one of those
like, there's legal repercussions here.
Right, like you have to I'm being kind about this,
so and you're very generous towards certain clients too, by allowing them to kind of make their own schedule.
Right, one client. Right, because the other one's absolutely not. So it's
wow, this is very validating, and I like this deck. I feel like this deck is very kind of sunny, and like I don't remember ever using it before.
We did use it on, was it your New Year's spread that we did?
Okay, but it was for one of us.
Yeah, we've never done it for someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, and I really do love these cards. I feel like they're very stunning.
Yeah, I gravitated
slick.
immediately toward them. So
they are slick. And they haven't had wine spilt on them, unlike my other decks.
True. But well.
No, yes, I love them.
Yeah, we'll see.
If you guys want to check out this spread and you're an audio listener, go to our Instagram, wine.divination, or you can check out the YouTube where you can see the whole thing being laid out and talked about. That's youtube.com/@wine.divination. Yeah, there's an @ in there.
And then you can follow
I
Chris.
know, because that was something that they recently added.
It's new, yeah.
It's new. It's
exactly.
a new thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Where can everyone follow you?
So
and where can everyone eat your food? Your amazing food.
Oh my God. I mean, I think that just coming to Virtue Coffee is like, because I would be able to meet people. That's what I'm going to plug right now is Virtue.
Okay, when are you doing your pop-up so that people can
Wednesday
can
and Friday. I might do it Thursday also this week, but Wednesday and Friday. But yeah, I'd say Virtue Coffee. And the Instagram is chris.superette, and then Pavone Pastries.
Nice.
Which we should probably link because people probably don't know how to spell Pavone.
Find it in the description.
Yeah.
And go to Virtue Coffee on, you said Wednesdays and Fridays. Maybe Thursdays. We'll see.
Thursdays, yeah.
Weekends, you can maybe find Devin there.
You can find me there on the weekend, for sure.
From 12 to 5.
12 to 5 on the weekend.
She'll make you the best drinks. She makes me the best drinks.
Downtown
you can get
Los
the Chris.
Angeles.
Ask for the Chris if you're looking for adventure. Yes.
What's the Chris?
The Chris is like kind of a cortado-sized regular milk drink with vanilla and caramel in it. So it's got a little bit of each, best of both worlds.
Downtown Los Angeles, Santee Alley, Virtue with VIRTU coffee.
Yeah.
No E.
No E.
Fuck the E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What? Let's talk about the wine.
Oh yeah, let's do a wine check-in.
I feel like this. I thought it was gonna breathe, but it kind of didn't. But I'm okay with it. I don't know.
I would say it's like a little bit less funky than it was in the beginning, just a little bit.
Maybe I'm more used to it. Maybe that's why.
Or maybe that's what it is.
I don't know.
We've had a few glasses.
It almost.
I feel warm.
Maybe
I'm so warm.
Maybe it seems a little more sweet and less. Yeah, I think you're
It's
right.
like less funky, a little bit more sweet. Yeah, it like sat within itself.
Like the tartness is still there, but it's not like it's totally gone. I don't know. So, Devin, you want to start off the ratings?
Yeah, so I will give this. Wait, hold on. I will give this 4 Devins out of 5 Devins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the scale?
Yeah. How many Chris's do you give out of 5?
Well, the good thing is I don't have a headache.
Do you have a headache?
I
Yeah.
don't have a headache from this.
Okay. Low that California.
So I think I'm going to match you. I think I'm going to go with, just because it is California, I'll just say 4 out of 5.
Okay. Bonus points for the no headache.
Yes, exactly.
I'm giving this 3, a solid 3 out of 5.
Okay.
I think I'm not super into the tartness. I think I was pleasantly surprised by it, but I can't chug this, so can't give this like.
Christy's scale is
Do
drinkability.
you often chug wine?
No, but I feel like the drinkability. If I can just like drink this like easily and not be like, that I feel like that's like a 4 or 5. So this is a solid 3.
Okay.
I would get this again. And also, like, what do we think of, like, it was rated 91 points. I don't know how the wine point system, probably at 100, right?
I guess.
Right.
But it says
we don't know the wine point system.
Wine enthusiasts.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the point system, but I guess.
Sounds pretty high to me.
Hook or crook?
Hook or crook.
Yeah, it is pretty high.
Yeah.
91 points, best buy.
And this is just like any old red that they smacked together for this blend.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty impressed, but I still think it's a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Just
Which
for
is
my personal
which is
taste.
still pretty good.
Yeah, like, this is my personal taste. This is like I could drink this anytime and it's fine.
And we're back to 1 bottle a night after our last.
Where we drank like 3 drinks.
Yeah, last time we drank like 2 bottles of champagne.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Like
And
half
then
a bottle of mezcal.
Yeah.
When was this?
This was last.
In the same night?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That was
yeah.
a funky reading, and yeah.
It was like basically a giant two-part episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. And check those out. I'll link them somewhere.
Those are the ones right before this? Or? Oh, okay, I haven't listened to those yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're coming out. One's out right now, and they're
okay.
Well, for you guys, they're all out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
For sure.
The time travel of it all.
Okay, great. What's our time count? What are we at?
We're about an hour and 14.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so we're doing good.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Oh my God.
And having your
Thank you
first
for having me.
tarot reading.
This is
by us.
This is a first all around. First podcast, first tarot reading.
Yeah.
First time
meeting you. Yeah, so
which
great to meet
I've
you.
heard your voice.
Yeah, I'm like, you
so
probably
many
know me.
times.
That's so
many times that
interesting.
it's like nice to put a
Yeah.
I knew your face because I watched one YouTube.
Okay.
But I don't even have a TV, so I have to project everything. I have a
Oh.
You
projector.
actually don't have a TV. That's
I don't.
correct.
Which
You don't watch TV?
circling back to Chrissy, she was very upset about that during my birthday party. She like came down into
Upset that you didn't have TV?
because she's a TV writer.
Oh.
And so she's like, "What?" I walked her down to my apartment and go to the bathroom, and she's like, "I'm sorry, as a TV writer, where's your TV?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't have one. I have a projector." And she's like,
Oh, but then
okay.
you still watch
I can
stuff.
still watch
Yeah.
things. Recommend it to me, and I'll watch it because you wrote it, honey. Don't worry. Go,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, like you can watch TV
I
on
can
your
still-
laptop
right, I can
or your
still,
phone.
I can still project it, and that's kind
That's
of the
crazy.
vibe.
I
and-
just never thought of that. I was just at your apartment the other day, and I did not realize that you had
Well, that's
no
a good
television.
thing. That
I
wasn't
know.
on the top of your list.
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
That's nice because
Yeah.
it was at the top of hers.
She was like, television where?
She walks into that apartment like, where do you watch your
She's like,
TV?
something's wrong here.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, check out all of Chris's the two Instagrams, Chris Superette and Pavone
Pavone
Pastries.
Pastries.
Yes.
They're linked in the description. Go to Virtue Coffee to maybe meet Chris on
and come hang with us. Yeah.
yeah, Wednesdays and Fridays, maybe Thursdays.
We'll be talking
see.
some shit.
Weekends. Devin will be there.
Yeah.
But don't come stalk Devin at all.
Please don't.
I mean, it depends who you are. Just kidding.
So maybe
don't
you
do
can
that.
stalk Devin.
No.
But don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
And we're Wine Divination. You can find us on youtube.com/@wine.divination. Our Instagram is wine.divination. Join our coven on Discord. The link is at wineanddivination.com.
Discord. I love Discord.
Yeah, come join.
We have a coven on it.
Yes. I love
Very
that.
quiet coven, but it's still there.
Yeah.
That's what counts. What else? Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I think
feel like we got it.
Wine.divination, Instagram. We got
If you go to wineanddivination.com, you'll find links to everything.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Chris,
Yeah,
for
thanks
being
for
on
coming here.
the pod. I can't believe we have our
Loved
first
it.
chef,
I know.
boss chef.
I'm so glad I'm the chef.
I
The
know.
first one.
I know.
We're-
Probably
we're
the
sick
only
of
one,
film
to be
people.
honest. I don't know
We're
any
sick of
other
film people.
chefs.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else who's a chef.
Okay, we reviewed the one. Okay, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So, bye.
Bye.
Ciao.